Alicia had a very significant health issue, and I know one night the paramedics had to take her to the hospital, and we have a long driveway, and they were taking her down the driveway, and I just kind of saw her disappear into the darkness, and I just stood there wondering if she's going to come home. And out loud, I just said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And this peace just came over me. Fortunate to come to faith young. I was 7, and our pastor was talking about how we were adopted by God. And as a child, I was adopted, and it just made total sense to me. So God has just confirmed to me that he is good, and I'm so grateful for that.
My childhood was quieter in faith. He didn't really talk about it. Then I met him in high school, and he kind of tugged me along further, and I was baptized with my sister when I was in college. Then the rocky journeys began. We tried to have kids. We had infertility issues. We adopted through Russia, and then our daughter had some mental illness issues. And when we first came to Tucson, we were pleasantly surprised by all the churches, and then COVID hit, and then we just really felt the need for community. So we said, let's stop and see, and it felt like a good fit right off the bat.
After the end of a 30-year marriage, I went through a couple years of real darkness, feeling like I wasn't sure I would ever feel joy or be loved again. I did begin to experience joy. I began to realize God was there in my life.
I had been reading Deuteronomy and kind of struggling through the book, thinking, God, why do you have me doing this? I picked up Deuteronomy that night, and 31:6 says, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid or tremble at them, for the Lord your God is the one who goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. And that's exactly what I needed to hear, and he knew that months before when I started reading Deuteronomy that I needed that verse.
Encountered a group of very kind, very faithful, very intellectually curious ladies. That's when I began to feel like, yeah, I can become rooted in this church.
Well, I think over the last few years, more than any time in our lives, God has been showing us that when we don't know what he's up to, and we don't have all the answers, he's still there, he's still at work, and he's still taking care of us. The first time we came, and at the beginning of the service, the mission statement of the church, cultivating a community that enjoys God. And with the circumstances of life, we had let the joy seep out. And I knew instantly that's what we needed.
My mom always was a kind of enigma to me. She was the one person I knew that seemed like she genuinely wanted to read the Bible and pray as her number one thing. But around like 16, 17, I was like, what do I believe? Not what did my parents make me believe? I had a little bit of question of faith, I guess you would say, like, is God real? Like, is what I've been told my whole life actually true? I just realized life is better believing God's real. God's way isn't the easy way, it's always the best. So at that point I kind of was like, hey, I'm just gonna have faith. I'm just gonna believe. I don't care if I ever get a sign. I don't care if anybody ever shows me God, no matter what anybody else tells me, I'm just gonna believe God's real.
I've been suffering with depression and anxiety. When I started to actually realize what the relationship with God looked like, I started breaking. He helped me break down those walls. And I understand that the Christian life is so much harder because there's always conviction now, where before there was not. I just lived. And now, you know, it's just constant. God also has a way of just bringing me to tears, which I'm not a very emotional person normally, but would you agree?
Yeah.
Anytime I talk about God or Jesus, it's like tears just keep flowing out of me, and I know that's the Holy Spirit, and it's part of that transformation, and I hope that everybody gets to be able to, I want that for everybody.